Hi YouTubers, and thank you for tuning into today's Flat Toy Review. Do you remember I actually did a video today, recently though, on Thursday the 21st of October of 2021, where I actually recently have done something quite amazing though, when I actually involved in vlogging though. It was quite special though when I actually had a look at Club Penguin, the upcoming Flap Toys, and of course, yes, hang on, what do I do, eh? They're made in China! Syndrome! And yes, in this video, we're actually going to be doing something completely and utterly conventional, eh? Just going to be doing an ordinary Flap Toy review, of water-themed toys. But, actually, because it's Thursday the 21st, I'm actually going to vlog, strangely enough, eh? Strangely enough, this is much better than Thursday the 31st, which, in a sense, it's a much better day, in my opinion, eh? Because, you know, although 21st is okay, eh? It's a much better sort of date in my opinion, because, you know, well, obviously, I think what I can actually say about the 21st is that you get a lot much more bang for buck, in my opinion, than the 31st day, because you get a lot much more better chance at making stuff monthly there, I suppose, eh? Because the 31st is just like a knife edge day of a month, right, eh? I feel like I don't need to feel like I'm pretty much getting stuff for a cinch, really, eh? Oh, but anyways, I'm going to start off with this flip-flap product here. It's called the flip-flap Origami Pets Oranda Bubble-Headed Goldfish. Color variations, small shoal 5-pack, £5.95. That's a very interesting sort of packaging, eh? And there's the packaging's rear side here, eh? Look at that, I can see the word China. I wonder why I was actually quite a bit, well, interested, eh? Maybe it's my ethnic origins. But they all come in 5 different colour variations, of course, which in a sense it's a very nice looking fish. And I'm just pretty much unpacking all the fish, really, eh? And I'm gonna be basically vlogging here because it's, you know, it's basically Thursday the 21st of October, man, eh? I mean, what can I do? Just basically vlog all the time on Thursday the 21st. As always, as per usual, not just October, but any month there, I suppose, eh? But let's just go ahead and start off with this one here. Yeah, they look quite nice. Actually, I need to look at the back of the packaging though, even more, eh? And what's quite distinctive about those fishies is that they have distinctive head growths, which looks quite interesting by the looks of it, eh? So this one's, obviously, the head in front though is a little bit more taller than what it is though. It's like some sort of weird 747 goldfish. How weird is that one, eh? It's like if the head's a lot much more taller than the overall body itself. Whereas the body looking like it's starting to arch, well, it's actually ramping downwards though. Yeah, it's got a cool tail, yellow eyes. Obviously, I think they've got the same faces there. Let me just pick off the black and yellow one though. Actually, it looks more like yellow-orange in the middle, eh? Yellowish orange. There you go, with the yellow eyes as well. Looks brilliant, doesn't it, eh? Lovely stuff indeed. It looks completely and utterly great. Overall, I think when you put black and yellow together, it actually makes it like a good colour contrast, eh? Especially whenever I think of goldfish. And strangely enough, as I'm making this video, Trackmaster Luke is actually becoming a bit sluggish though. Maybe it's for the fact that I actually didn't clean up his gears properly though. And that's why Trackmaster it actually looks like he's about to get a bit slow, and it looks like it does look like that his performance is starting to get a bit sluggish though. But anyways, there you go. That's a very nice looking. I think I'm actually starting to look at it very wisely though. I think I'm starting to know about this fish, this type of Oranda goldfish, and I've just dropped it onto the desk, eh? Because I have no idea what I'm looking at, eh? I have no idea what I'm actually saying about this type of fish. Well, it is a type of goldfish though, really, eh? It's just the overall design and appearance looks completely and utterly different. It's very recognisable, because obviously on the head growth there's actually like a red sort of detailing there on the top though, which in a sense I think it's one of the more common type colours for your Oranda goldfish there. And I've actually got this one here. This one's got like a white face. And if I got the other one here, eh? And looks like it's a bit of an opposite to this one here, I suppose, the one I'm shaking here, and the one I've just taken away, a bit fast, yes, this one looks quite, I'll just say it, I don't know about you, but it's sort of correlative to the colours of the caudal fin, but this one isn't though. That white-faced fish, obviously it's an Oranda type goldfish. Looks pretty cool, man, Very cool stuff indeed. And I have to say, I'm just too lazy on just pretty much making an actual video on YouTube though, because you know we're coming up towards like midnight, and I have to say I have to feel like I'm actually quite tired. I'm actually feeling a bit tired though, just pretty much, you know, just reviewing toys on the floor. But you know what? This one here, this red and white one, it looks fantastic. Looking a lot more like this, but with extra detailing on the fins. It actually has also got some extra detailing on the top, and also some more extra detailing right over there. This sort of red pinstripe head marking there on the fish, and to be quite obviously honest though, it's a very nice piece of detailing on it though, and it actually aids this amount of detailing onto the fish there, which in a sense is a very nice thing to do there, because obviously it's pretty much better than just putting something bland onto a toy there and just make it a bit more, I'll just say, realistic though. Because sometimes being a bit too realistic can be completely and utterly boring. But let's move on, and we take a look at this product here next. It's called the Wintering Black-Headed Gull Fishing, actually it's more like Carp Fishing Frenzy and Plumage Variations 12-pack. It's from the Flip Flop Origami. Yes, it's a it's the Flapping Birds toy range though from Flip Flop Origami, and it's also a British Wildlife Collection toy range though, because well, the common carp and the black-headed gulls are from the UK, as I can tell straight forward, and it's gone about 10 o'clock. It got about 5 seconds, I think. It cost about £13, and there's the back of the packaging there. And what's also completely and utterly strange was that I thought the first wintering birds, the black-headed gulls, obviously, I would have thought they've got like some sort of orangey, sort of full orange colorization there, like a carrot sort of orange there, like, you know, this one here. But that one there is actually a second winter black-headed gull. Those two there, the first winter black-headed gulls there, and they're sort of confronting with each other there, and who gets the carp first. It's like a race, isn't it, Obviously, it's more like a bit of a feud, more like a feeding feud, or feeding frenzy of some sort, And, I mean, carp aren't really that just, you know, whenever I think of carp as a fish species though, they're actually not that boring whenever I think of it, There we go, we've got about, you know, 6 of these. Now, I better have to show you these guys again, And you know what? I think it's, you know what? Much better than just, oh, I've just dropped them on the floor, I've actually noticed there's actually one. There you go, there's one here, I suppose, which looks like that, as always, as per usual, of course. And we've also got another one which looks like that. But I'm actually sort of thinking I really want to show you all of the carp here, because obviously, maybe it's best just to basically use it as an appeasing sort of manner though for all YouTubers. If you're watching this video though, I know it can be quite tough, but you know what? It's pretty fantastic. I have to say, it's actually, potentially it's actually one of the best of all things, but, you know what I mean, It actually isn't that bad though, just showcasing animals though that I've already had before in previous product reviews, But sometimes, whenever I think of the black-headed gulls though, there are actually some methods I can choose to change though, There are some things that I would like to change in a certain critter, I suppose, Let me just flip this one here. This is an adult black-headed gull though, Obviously very typical with the red beak and feet colorization here, and therefore it looks pretty much nice and stunning to look at though. I know it looks mundane, but overall, you know, the overall appearance of these guys, they are superbly amazing though. And even though it's a wintering bird, it does have the name black-headed gull as something to, you know, I'm sort of thinking maybe it's better to sort of, you know, just leave it like that. Because for me, I think, Yeah, I think I'm just a bit too lazy to just add the form names though. But yet again, the form names actually make themselves a little bit more specific though. I could have added wintering adult though, which would have been a lot much more, as you say, specific though. But I just can't though, because obviously being a bit too specific can get people a bit, you know, cranky, I suppose, eh? And let me just grab both the first and the second winter birds. So there's actually a difference between those two birds there, and it's very worthy to note about the differences between these two birds, eh? Because obviously that's a nice thing. So the second wintering black-headed gull looks like that now, I suppose, eh? And obviously whenever I think of this, it's like a first wintering black-headed gull, but a little bit more mature though. Instead of, well, having like, you know, a black tail end or some brown streakings on the wing though, eh? It actually looks more like a teenager though. It's like it's heading towards adulthood mode, or adulthood stage, in a sense that if it's a stage, then it's basically aging, isn't it, eh? And totally unchangeable whenever I think of it, eh? But if it's like a form, it's like the same creature with the same sort of, you know, in the same sort of, you know, name, but the overall appearance makes it different though, eh? Although it belongs into the same sort of genus or the same species sort of category, I believe, eh? And this is the first wintering black-headed gull, eh? Of course, there's no black tail end, but look at the colours. It looks more like a yellowish, yes, it looks pretty much more like a second winter black-headed gull. It looks like it's got jaundice on the beaks and the feet. And if I grab the other one here, obviously I was going to say second winter black-headed gull, eh? But the other first winter black-headed gull, that's what I was meant to say, eh? Really, I suppose, eh? Because I've got two each of these birds. Yes, it's very interesting. I would have never thought that these guys would have a little bit of a bit more of a almost lightish and a little bit more of a yellowish orangey sort of colour though. But you know what? It looks great though. It almost gives you sort of a bit of a big sort of gull impression over it. Even though with that being said, they're actually quite small looking gulls, which is in a sense pretty much correct. And last but by no means least, I'm going to show you this product here. It's got the Flip Up Origami Flattened Birds British Wildlife Collection Inland Pre-Breeding Heron Gull Colonial Defense versus Grey Heron Pair and Fishery or Fishing Frenzy 12-pack, eh? Costs about £14.50, and that is the back of the packaging there, which looks like that. And I have to say that the artwork looks totally and utterly amazing. But after doing this tour review, I've actually got a message for you guys though, because obviously I think maybe it's time for me to pretty much give my toy reviews a good rest day, because, you know, maybe it's best for me to take a good rest and take a good break day on doing flip-up toy reviews, eh, and just focus on something else though, eh. I don't know about making videos on YouTube, eh, because, well, making YouTube videos there can be a bit of a sensitive issue though, especially when I have got other people on the YouTube networks. Again, we've got the carp, I suppose, eh? I suppose it's going to be a bit of a freshwater sort of theme, eh? If not brackish, because, you know, freshwater fish only prefer freshwater over, like, you know, marine saltwater life, I suppose, eh? Saltwater environments, I suppose, eh? And actually, yes, whenever I think of that one person that I used to remember talking into college though, someone said to me that freshwater fish actually don't taste as nice as saltwater fish. That is why we don't actually eat a lot of the freshwater fish though, and I think, well, with that being said, that's actually quite correct though, although trout's also another good sort of fish, I suppose, eh? Looks like gold trout though, rather than brown trout, if you ask me, eh? It's quite a very sort of different colorization, I believe. Actually, I need to look closely at that face again, because, you know, I didn't actually focus on the face that well, but you know what? It looks completely and utterly, it looks quite a bit blurry as well. In fact, whenever I'm showing things up closely though, the camera can be a bit, well, it can be a bit reluctant though to just show me what I'm actually clearing, eh? Yeah, it easily refuses to just closely have a look at some things, especially the face of a trout. Maybe if I grab this one here, I should grab this one here, it looks much more better. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but is it doing so? I'm just testing it obviously, eh? But anyways, let's just go ahead and take a look at the grey herons next. This one here, they've actually got two different versions of the grey heron here, eh? There's one with a yellow beak, but also got like yellow feet as well. And what's also quite surprising is that although they're like the same sort of design, the feet and beaks actually correlate to the colours together. They're actually like, they're pretty much the same really, I suppose, eh? Which is quite interesting there, eh? I would have never thought about that, I suppose, eh? But looks quite nice. And there's one with a pinkish, yellowish, sort of fiery, almost flame-like sort of beak colorization, eh? And if I have a look at the back though, it looks all quite pinky with those legs in it, eh? And it's a female. And she's got beautiful looking eyelashes there too, if you can see them clearly though. And if I turn them to the other side, that's what you also get. Crockies, that is actually completely and utterly amazing. I can tell you what, eh? This is actually quite a beautiful find, a beautiful looking toy indeed, and a very nice replica of a grey heron. In fact, I should do some more bird watching throughout the rest of, half term though, but what really concerns me is the amount of COVID cases rising now, although the vaccination, system is actually going quite well, I suppose. He's one of the herring gulls, just regular, passive, expressional sort of herring gulls though. If they had like angry eyes in them, I think it would have gave them a lot more personality and characteristics as well, just to solve everything, I suppose. There's the name herring gull on the left hand side of the bird, It looks brilliant. And there's another one there as well here, Obviously they're all quite bulky though, and a bit more larger and a bit more brutish than the common new gull that I've actually reviewed in another video there. It was quite a good video, I suppose, looking at that one single bird, I suppose, It was quite nice, and yeah, it actually looks quite nice and spectacular whenever I think about it, And strangely enough, this is actually going to be the last of that product that I'm actually making for this video though. But you know what? I'm still ready to do some more toy reviews whenever I feel like I am though. But actually, this week I'm actually going to give myself a bit of a break though on Friday and Saturday though, because I'm actually going to give myself a bit of a rest though. So there'll be no toy review on Friday, this week's Friday though, unfortunately, But I'm sure that I'll try and do my best to keep myself in touch though, via the YouTube comments though, because, sometimes, well, if you're away doing toy reviews, it can be quite a bit lonesome, But you know what? I think that's about it. So, actually I need to go ahead and try and retrieve some of those stuffed toys back in them, because I don't want them to end up like deteriorated derelicts. But anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a great like, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more flip-flap content if you want to see some in the future, and also don't forget to please do check out my very, very, very complex vlog that I've made so far today, which is of course Thursday the 21st of October of 2021, which in a sense is often considered to be the holy grail of all days, or the most holy grail of all dates, so please do check it out though. It is an amazing looking vlog, although it's quite 480 HP though, you know what, it actually is. In fact, it was quite a complex video though to produce though, even though some bits were quite iffy though, even my talking wasn't that great though. Okay, but anyways, hope you really enjoyed it, and as always, bye for now. At least I can vlog all day. That's one thing I can tell ya.